What's up guys, DPX here, and today I'll be reviewing Bohemian Rhapsody. Now first of all, I want to say I'm sorry for the late review. I know it's been out for a couple days, but I just saw it, and I saw it pretty late because of like a scheduling conflict and shit. Wasn't able to see it when it came out, but pretty close. So yeah, I'd just like to say sometimes the critics fucking suck. Like, a bunch of critics gave this a low score. But trust me, I find it to be pretty good. Sure, I look at stuff that critics don't like, and then I do like it, whether if it's a movie or a game, but then later on I realize it wasn't really that good. But this I can see myself actually liking when I look back at it. I think it's a really good movie, and is a good way to appreciate the band Queen, uh, in a way of watching a movie. So, this is not only like a story about how the band Queen came together, it's also a story about how Freddie Mercury, like just his life, just the story of him, like how he got a girl, how he was it, how like he formed Queen when he came out as bisexual, all that stuff, and for those people who may have pointed out, like he didn't like the fact that he's bisexual. Keep in mind that like this is definitely meant to take place when Queen started. I believe it was like 70s, 80s. I'm not exactly sure when. Maybe you can tell me in the comments below. I kind of forgot, but back then gays weren't accepted. So I just like to say that. However, it does it just so happens to be that, you know, once he found out that he was bisexual, then uh, like nothing worked out for him. Everything started going downhill in his life, which I'd say is a little strange and it doesn't make much sense. But that didn't break the movie for me. However, I do think this is pretty accurate to the source material. And another thing that is very accurate is the casting. Rami Malek, I probably pronounced that wrong, and I'm sorry if I did, as Freddie Mercury was perfect. They look almost exactly alike. Ben Hardy as Roger Taylor, which is the drum player, was also a nice pick, and Gwilym Lee as Brian May was another accurate pick. Just without the hair. The hair, of course, that guy needed a wig. And Joseph Mazzello as John Deacon. All really good. Um, the casting made sense. They all look like uh, their characters. And, you know, another problem I had with this movie, though, is I feel like there are some scenes that didn't serve any purpose. Like, there's this one scene where, like, they're all in drag. Like, that didn't really play into the movie that much. It just sort of happened. And that wasn't the only time in the movie where that happened. But, like, it wasn't anything that bad, too damaging to the movie. I think it was a really good movie, and is a great way. I've heard going into this, I heard a lot of people say it's almost like watching a rock concert put into like a bunch of. It's like watching a rock concert montage of which, and combining it and making it a movie. And after seeing that, I got to agree, but that's not a bad thing. I thought it was a good movie though, and I thought it was actually really good. I uh, I think it's definitely a good way to appreciate the band Queen, and it seems like many other movies of this kind, basically showing the story of a band, is gonna be a thing now. Because when I was there, I even hear about this before, uh, but when I was there to see this movie, they were showing a trailer for a Rocket Band movie, which is gonna be interesting. And yeah, I think this is gonna be a common thing now. Uh, but the critics decided to not like it. They should give these kind of movies a chance. I have a feeling. Uh, I mean, this is sort of. Should I even leave this part in there? Yeah, whatever. I don't even remember what I was gonna say. I'm doing this unscripted in case you couldn't tell. But yeah, I enjoyed this movie. It was they definitely chose a good uh selection of songs. Definitely some of their more popular ones, and it had a nice tribute to Freddie Mercury at the very end, uh, before the credits started to roll. Um, and yeah, I thought it was good. In conclusion, Bohemian Rhapsody is, I'd say, an enjoyable film. It has humor. It has a lot of things. It has songs by Queen. It has Freddie Mercury's life, I guess. So in the end, Bohemian Rhapsody gets a 8 out of 10. It's enjoyable, and if you're a fan of Queen and you like their music, and you find Freddie Mercury's story interesting, it's definitely a movie for you. Well, so what do you think about this review? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? And what do you think about the movie Bohemian Rhapsody? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Have you seen it? Have you not seen it? Do you want to see it? Do you not want to see it? If you have seen it, do you regret seeing it? I mean, I guess you can answer that with if it's bad or not. Anyways, I do this at the end of every review just to stretch it out, and I probably shouldn't. So I'm gonna do something different and end it off here. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.